want to go to Alan in Ireland, because we haven't had a caller from Ireland. God, a long, long time. Alan,
I already know his question.
You know his question?
I do know his question.
Okay, well, then, Alan, what's going on?
Not too much. How are you, Dave?
Doing really good.
Just thought I'd mention, just since you were talking PWG a few minutes ago, that I've just watched the Holy Diver Down and All-Star Weekend DVDs that they had, and those two DVDs are amazing. They're up there with like the best ROH DVDs this year. Yeah, people should definitely check them out. They're really, really good. But yeah, I just wanted to get your thoughts on some recent matches that I really, really enjoyed from Japan. First and foremost, the Kenta and Ishimori versus Ifuji Koda and the Naomichi Marufuji match. I heard you really liked that. And that
match was really good.
How would you compare that to, say, like the best Kenta and Marufuji tags from when they were tagging together regularly? Would you put that ahead of most of them?
I would put it in the league with the best ones. I don't know that there's some Kenta and Marufuji matches that were just off the charts. I mean, this one, some of the Kenta Marufuji matches I think might have been better, like start to finish, but this one maybe built better because the last couple of minutes
had a really good dynamic. The dynamic of the two guys who tagged together for years, each with a younger partner, and they kind of built around that really nicely, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was maybe the best match I've seen this year. I don't know, it's certainly up there.
Yeah, it was for me. It was for me, definitely.
Yeah. And also, have you seen? Well, I guess you probably haven't, but what I've heard from people who've seen both is that the two best matches of the year were that one that I just mentioned and Bryan Danielson, Nigel McGuinness that'll be on the next ROH pay-per-view, which I have not seen that match yet.
So good. I've heard that's so good. I can't wait to see that match. Just also, have you seen from New Japan's last big, it was one of their last big Kurikan shows at July, the IWGP title match with Nagata versus Togi Makabe?
Nagata gets who?
Togi Makabe.
No, I didn't see Nagata and Togi Makabe because that match was like during the period when right after Benoit died, and
it would have been around then.
And I just flaked out on Japan. I just didn't have time to watch. I mean, I'm actually just starting back. I watched the Noah Budokan, and I'm just starting to watch back on the New Japan stuff now, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to the G1. I haven't heard how the show was today. By the way, Hiroshi Tanahashi won the G1, beating Nagata in the finals. But
do you know, was Nakamura's injury, was he slated to win that, and they had to call an audible and have Tanahashi
win? The way I read it, now I haven't talked to anyone in Japan yet. I'll find out later tonight. But my impression was that the whole match revolved around that injury, so it made me think that the whole thing was how it was supposed to. It was exactly how it was supposed to go. Okay,
cool. That's good. And just back to that Kurikan show, I was going to say that IWGP title match was also an amazing match, completely different to the juniors tag match. Obviously, it was a bloodbath.
Yeah, obviously.
Nagata cut Makabe open the hard way with an elbow, and it was like it was messy. It was worse than the James Storm one in TNA.
Really?
I
saw the picture, so yeah, I guess you're right.
The crowd were just going insane. There was another match in that show that the crowd were going crazy. The junior title match where Taguchi won from Minoru Tanaka. That was probably a better match all around. That was probably one of the best singles matches we've seen this year. You got to go out of your way to see that one too.
How are those matches? Because there were a couple of IWGP title matches earlier this year.
The Tanahashi Nagata was excellent. It was really good.
Yeah, that one. I saw Tanahashi Nagata, and I saw one other one, which was I'm trying to remember the other one.
Tanahashi
Kanemoto Nagata, right?
Tanahashi and Kanemoto.
Okay, right. Tanahashi and Nagata.
Yeah, that was excellent.
But that match was. I thought that match was that match. I thought was excellent. Yeah. Those two IWGP title matches this year. I like both of those a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and just before I go, I'd just like to ask you, what do you think, since this Hall of Fame season coming up, what do you think the chances of Kensuke Sasaki getting in are? And do you think that his contributions to the career of Nakajima are going to play a role in getting him in? Because he's just done wonders for that kid.
Yeah, I think that's something that people will probably look back on years from now. But if I was going to bet, I would bet he doesn't get in because I just see... it's just really, really hard, I think, for guys to get in now. In the sense that 60% is real tough, and it's like Sasaki's good. Everyone knows he's good, but crossing that line to Hall of Fame, I think a lot of people don't think he's crossed it, and I think it's very difficult in Japan because one of the things with Japan is, it's just not as popular as it used to be. So you don't have those guys, granted, when it was when it was hot, he did headline Tokyo Domes that sold out, but now that he's actually wrestling better than he probably ever has, it's the business is down, and it doesn't seem as special. You know what I mean? Like those guys.
He's had good longevity, but
yeah, he has. He's had good longevity. He's had a lot of good matches in the last couple of years, and I see him as someone who's under consideration. I mean, I don't know that I would vote for him, although I was real close, the last time. I mean, I definitely was considering him strong. So, but I don't know. I just don't see. I don't know. I think he was in the 30% last year. I don't remember off the top of my head. So to go from 30% to 60%, guys never do that. So that's why I would say not a good bet this year. Down the road, who's to say? I mean, it's not someone I would reject as going like he's a joke candidate. No way.
Yeah. Okay, thanks very much for taking my call, Dave.
Okay, very welcome. You won't believe what's on this show.
No, is it the Barroom Brawl?
The Barroom Brawl, in fact, they have a bar stand, and they have a toilet there as well.